I think we all sometimes leave our wallets, phones, keys and sports gear in our cars thinking that it's a totally safe place to keep there. Because we think that we can lock up just the doors and no one should be able to get the stuff from there. I was thinking the same way until one day I got one of my friend's expensive bikes stolen from my van. And it was really difficult to claim the insurance company because the van didn't have any theft marks. Because I didn't have any proof that it was stolen from inside it. And same goes with the damages on the public parking spots. Because sometimes you will find some scratches or dents and you have no idea who did it. Oh my god. What the... Well, hopefully this will change now. Because the Dashcam brand Viofo sent me something that could help me with this problem. And here it is. It's Viofo's A329S 3-channel. And this set has 3 cameras. They all have a Sony Stravis 2 sensor on them. And here is the main unit. It records 4K. And has a GPS and a G sensor in them, and many other good things. Because it has this quick mount, it's really easy and quick to take it out if you ever need to. And this here is the interior camera. It records in 2K and also has infrared lights in them, so you can record even at the night. And this here is the rear camera. You can change the angle wherever you need to and it records in 2K. In this kit you also get some stickers that warn about the camera. You also get a charger and lots of cables. This one is for the rear camera. Also a trim remover tool and the interior camera's cable. Maybe it's better to turn it on, so you see on the screen what does it see. And also you need to find the place for this interior camera. So, yeah, I put it there. Okay, now it's not in my line of sight when it's there. Okay. Okay. So if you want to, you can use this cigarette lighter power connector and tuck the cables somewhere under there, but I'm going to hardwire it, so I find it's much cleaner and better solution for this. But yeah, that's the easy way. This here is Viofo's HK6 battery protector. It will unlock the hybrid parking mode, which has a cutoff voltage protector. With this you can choose 4 different voltage cutoff ranges. Because my Sprinter came from the factory with the optional auxiliary battery, I'm planning to take the power from it. And here I made a custom cable to power up the module. For ACC I'm going to use the cable behind the radio. Now I have all the cables here, both positives, the ACC and the one from the battery, and the negative cable I can connect directly to the frame. But yeah, now the cables are kind of too long. I'm going to shorten them and then connect them. Now it's in an easily accessible location, but it's still tucked away. About the battery, I think I'm going to set it up on 12 volt. And why I'm using the auxiliary battery is because it's a diesel van. It needs lots of amperage to start the engine on cold weather, and I'm not worrying about if the auxiliary battery gets flat. So that's a much safer option for me to use. Now that I connected the cables to the battery, seems that the camera is woken up and must be beeping for the memory card, so I'm going to insert one. Memory card is inserted from this hole. Yeah, now it's clicked in. Oh, yeah, and then I have this small issue, because it's a van, it has doors that open widely, and I need to figure out a way. I don't know, I could maybe install it here, but there's a risk that if I enter the van, I'm going to hit it with my head. Okay, or here, I think there it's too far away. So I guess the best picture will be if it's on the window. I have to do some kind of flex tube here where the wire goes. Something like this. At least it fits in this size tube. And this is the solution that I came up with. Right, and how does it work? Does it get stuck anywhere? Yeah, it's not the prettiest, but it's functional. Maybe later I figure out the other way how to do this, but let's go like that. Some cars have it from factory this way. For example, this Ford Transit. They do it this way. So that's where I got this idea. Okay, now all I have to do is tuck away the rest of the wire like that and put the rest there. What else? Yeah, okay, I have few more things. Viofo also sent me a polarizing filter that goes over the camera's lens. This will help to prevent some glare and reflections when the camera is filming. Installing it's really easy, it just pops on the camera lens. And there's also one for the main camera. There's a little line on the edge of the lens, make sure that it stays up. They also send me this remote. I place it next to the gear lever, so it's easy to reach, because the original button is going to be behind the mirror, that it's a bit hard to reach, so that makes life easier. And when you have everything set up, I highly recommend to go Viofo's website and from there download the latest firmware for the camera. Insert the SD card to your PC and format it. After that, insert the file on the SD card. Insert the SD card back to the Viofo's main camera and after that turn it on and it should start updating it. Viofo also has an app that I highly recommend to download. When you use the app, you can connect your phone with the camera and there you can download the video clips from the camera on your phone. And turn on the Wi-Fi on the camera, just hold down this button. And now, and also turn on the Wi-Fi on your phone. And then connect the camera with the phone. So it makes your life much easier with it. From here you get access to the camera's video files from parking, daily driving and the ones it has locked up. And if you press the gear button you can change the camera's settings. Like the resolutions from the cameras. Change how long clips it will make in loop recording. I recommend to use 3 minutes. And for example here see the multiplex video which has all 3 views in one video clip. The front camera records in 4K and other cameras are 2K. And as you see, the sunny sensor gives amazing quality. The overlays are also customizable. Here I have speed, coordinates and voltage. And here is the view of 3 channels recording separately. And they all record a really crisp and wide view from inside and from the rear. And if you want to even have a wider view from the inside, you can change it into fisheye mode. But here I have it in normal mode and I think it's wide enough to see what's happening beside the car. Because it's summertime here in Finland and it doesn't get dark. I went to the local tunnel to see how good it is when it gets dark. The interior camera has an infrared, so it turns on automatically. And other cameras were still very crisp. And same when it gets cloudy. I think the picture is really amazing. And also you can turn on the HDR if you want to, but I recommend to use it more at the night time. And here I'm comparing the video clips with the action camera. The action camera has a way bigger sensor, but they are really comparable. I think the colors look amazing, the green and the shadows. And in this menu you can see the different options for parking, and it has really a lot of them. For example, impact detection will turn on the camera when it gets an impact. You can record things in time lapse and choose the speed you want to use. And because I installed the HK6 battery protector, I can use hybrid parking, which will let me choose a mode in where I want to start it. And if the battery voltage drops down, it will go into impact mode. So for example, if I will be camping with my van, I will set it in low bitrate mode, which may drain the battery, but it will record absolutely everything all the time. And if the voltage drops down, it will go into the impact mode, which will turn on the camera only if it gets some sort of impact. That's something that I haven't seen on other dashcams. After installing the dashcam, it made driving a bit more fun, because if you see something interesting happening on the road, you can just record it and save it to show to your friends or whoever you want to. And the Viofo's remote controller is especially handy in this situation. There is this mode called geofencing that I find really interesting. For example, if you have a garage at the home and you know that it's a safe place to keep your car and you don't want to record there, so when you go there it doesn't record at all and saves your battery. And in total you can add 3 different locations. And because the quality on this dashcam is totally comparable to the action cameras we have nowadays, I see that it will be amazing to use even on race cars, drift cars or in other motorsports, because you will be able to record all 3 channels at the same time. You can record in multiplex, where you have all 3 views in the same clip. And also because it has a built-in GPS, you will have the speed reading on the screen. And if you need to, Viofo also sells cameras that you can place outside the car, because they are waterproof. Because this dashcam works with 12 and 24 volt system, you can also install it on heavy equipment or trucks. I've been testing it out for about 2 weeks now and I've been really happy with it. I'm definitely getting one for my other car. And in case an accident happens or something on the parking spot, I always have evidence that I can use from this camera. And for this reason alone, it will pay itself back immediately. If you are interested in this Viofo's A329S, I will put some discount codes down here. Use the discount code TIMO329S, and on Viofo's official website you will get 15 euros off. And same code works in Amazon US, it will give you 5% off. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this, please subscribe, and hope to see you in the next one. Thank you, bye!